Alright, I'm out shooting today. I haven't shot in a long time. And I want to try some different rounds I made. I'm going to do a little bit of self-defense, just practicing. And then I'm going to do a little bit of just marksmanship shooting. I have 357 mags. These are hot loaded. 125 grain XTP hollow points. And I got some 357 mag. Semi-wad cutter, lead semi-wad cutter, 158 grain. Did the same thing with the 38 special, but significantly less gunpowder. I got 357 Magnum wad cutters. These are very low in power. I also have 38 special wad cutters. Those are extremely low in power. So first of all, I'm just going to do some point shooting at 5 yards. You know, they say a man's got to know his limitations, and that's my limitation when it comes to pulling out my revolver, pointing it forward, not using the sights, and just popping off shots. So I'm going to do that with some full house magnums, and then I'm going to test out my semi-wad cutters and wad cutters for accuracy. You know, I've seen a lot of different training in my life. There's a lot of different things you can do for training. Lots of different styles. I can tell you this. None of those styles work without some sort of basic marksmanship training. If you had to pick one thing out of everything you know, your basic marksmanship really is at the top of the line, even though it's something that's not focused on very much. But I find it to be probably the most important thing. Fundamentals of shooting and basic marksmanship. And you don't have to get all tactical and tactical to train that. So anyways, here we go. This is normally the position I carry this gun, and I actually normally carry my speed loader in my left pocket. It's probably not the best place for it, but when it comes to practicality, this is where it goes, under my wallet. So I know it's probably a bad place to carry it, but that's where I carry it, so that's where my muscle memory is. So I'm going to do 5 yards, I'm going to pull it up, fire a couple shots. If I have to do a reload, I will, just for practice. So here we go. By the way, I haven't shot in about 2 weeks. Going here and here. Try that again, 5 yards. Here and here. Out. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because I got to switch hands from my opposite pocket. This would be something where I'd want to be moving around a little bit. So that's going to be my limitation with that gun. 5 yards. I'll take you up and look at this target here. This is what I'm getting with no sights. You might think that looks pretty good, but I guarantee you I back it up to just 7 yards. From 5 to 7, that would look different. You wouldn't think that just an extra 6 feet would make a difference like that, but let me tell you, for me, it does. That's my limitation with that gun. Alright, I'm going to my 158 grain lead semi-wad cutters. These are with 5 grains of tight grip, so they got a pretty decent charge on them. I'll go out that lower 8 and see how I do. I'm about 6 yards out. Just gonna group them. Pretty good. They're smoky. It's all right here. Yeah, they're smoky because lead bullets have a wax ring on them. That's part of it. So it burns when the gunpowder goes off. That's where a jacketed bullet doesn't quite do that. They all seem pretty good. Very manageable as well. They're about the same power level as about a .40 caliber, but in a gun like this, no recoil. That's pretty nice. I'm going to do my 357 Magnum wad cutter. Keep in mind, this is not an exact load data recipe. I have never loaded or fired a wad cutter before. So Let's see how it does about 6 yards. I'm going to go for the upper number 7 on that target. Well, they're all in one hole, but is that because they're tumbling? They look like they're kind of jagged ripped. The holes through the wood are straight, so I think it's not cutting a clean hole. Where my gun is unloaded in all the chambers, and I'm going to look down the bore with the cylinder open. I'm just checking for any excess leading, and of course looking for squibs, etc., etc. Checking out the gun. I do this with every new hand load I do. Alright. These ones are wimpy. 38 special wad cutters. 148 grain. Now these only have 2.8 grains of tight group powder. That is extraordinarily low. But they are seated deeper than most bullets, so your pressure is a little bit higher on that. Alright. Sons of my eyes. I'm going to go for that miniature thing here. The miniature picture of it with these 38 caliber wide cutters from 6 yards. Well, all but one are in one hole. Those felt funny. Those are like shooting a 22. These are 38 caliber, so it's 3.8 grains of tight group instead of 5 grains like the 357. I'll go for the other miniature target on the other side. Well, they're all on it. That's fun. Alright. I'm going to put some more of these 38 little wad cutters in it. I got my metal tank out there. It's about 30 to 5 yards from here. Try to hit it. Granted, that's not very far, but I bet there'll be a little bit of delay in time before it hits. They're not very powerful rounds. You hear it? Alright, I'm going to go on to the 357 wad cutters. Instead of 2.8 grains, I have 3.3 grains of tight group, so it's another extra half grain of powder. See if that makes a difference at 35 yards. A little bit more punch there. About the same accuracy. Got 38 wad cutters, 38 semi-wad cutters. I got 357 wad cutters and 357 wad cutters. Let's see which ones grip the tightest. There's the 38 caliber wad cutters. I'll shoot on the tape on the left side of the target and the top. Oh, the tape fell. I'll shoot at the hole. Well, except for a little bit of a flyer, they're pretty much in the same hole. power. Okay. 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 Take a look at these hits on paper. Summer wad cutter versus wad cutter here. These are my 38s and these are my 357 mags. See, that's the 38 special wad cutter. Very light load. Got 4 in one hole. Same down here at the 38 semi wad cutter. 4 in one hole. Go over here. 357 mag wad cutter. Basically the same. Now with this could just be me. That's the 357. That's the full house lead round I got. And that's 3 in one hole and 3 right there. That could just be me, but when I look at these right here, it's pretty similar. I believe that was one of the wad cutters. That was either the 357 up here. If you look at up here, I don't remember if that was the 357 or if that was the 38. But these are the wad cutters here. It's either 357 or 38, and that's the opposite wad cutter, about the same. Here's my jacketed rounds when I was instinctive shooting. So I guess I'm doing all right today, anyways. Let me pull it back and do some headshots. Oh yeah, I did these up here. I don't remember what was I using there. I'll have to go back and look. And then that. So I feel pretty confident with that 357. So I'm gonna go back to about 7 yards here. Do some headshots with I guess I'll just use the most powerful ones I have. The 357 lead, because I don't want to shoot the jacketed now. They tell you not to do that because I think you get buildup of lead in your bore, and then sending a copper bullet through it that's much harder than the lead itself kind of blasts it all out, and I guess that's not good for your gun. Start from here. That's on target. Those rounds do pretty well for me. I only see 5 though. I'm not sure where the other one went. Either I hit the same hole or I missed completely. It's a possibility I missed. I don't see anything jagged enough, so I must have missed one. I felt like I might have shot one right over the top. Cool. Might go back a little bit further. I got my metal tank out there, that little white spot there. I'm gonna go back to maybe about 75 yards out back there. We'll launch some wad cutters at it, some very light loaded wad cutters, and see what happens. Alright, the tank's about 75 yards, if not about 80. I got 38 special wad cutters in here. I don't know if I can hit it from this range, but I'm sure gonna try. See how we do. Gotta love that, first try. I aimed high and it shot high. I gotta aim right on it. Oh, right above it that time again. That high. We might have a different point of impact with these now. 357 wad cutters. I'm actually surprised though, the ones I missed that were hitting in the same spot, very straight. Wouldn't think a miniature soup can would go that far, that straight, that accurately. I pulled that one. Right below it, but it was hitting where I was aiming. I'd say a little bit better with the 357. Now what you get going there, you get the same bullet. What a lot of people don't know is when you're shooting long distance, what happens is your 38 bullet will go a certain amount of distance on its arc up, and then it'll start to arc down. Your 357 does the same thing, but a lot of times it'll reach further distance before it starts to arc up. Like if I were to shoot a faster round, if I were to shoot this at 25 yards, more than likely, if this 357 was a little bit low, the 38 would actually be high. I know it sounds reversed, but that's how it is. Because a round will shoot a certain distance, arcing. And if you have a faster round, it'll shoot further low before it reaches the top of its arc. So actually what you'll often get at longer distances, depending on the distance in the cartridges, you will get a round that's faster, shooting the same bullet, but it will have a lower impact at a certain distance. Now you get out further though, you get up to 100 yards, that will kind of reverse. Bullets are weird. So, it's fun today. Alright, here's some of the redneck stuff I grew up doing that you never see. There's some ice out there in that stagnant water. Yeah, I just threw that black thing out there. It's a cartridge tray. Got some 357 wad cutters. Let's see, can I hit it? First shot. Whoa! Yeah, there's a hole through it. It flew way over there. It blew a hole through the ice. Cool stuff. Alright. Call of Duty style video game. About 35 yards again from that metal tank. Tick. Alright, I popped those off. I missed on purpose. Let's focus. There we go. I think I'm out. Yep. Alright. Now what I haven't shot today is my little J-frame. Normally I don't shoot lead through it, but this one time I'll do it. I'm going to use 38 wad cutters from about 5 yards. Right, I'm away from the camera, but if you look at this right here, it might not focus. You can't see. Those bullets are way down in there. Alright. 5 yards, I got a little bit of a, what is that? Never give up the guns. That's what it says, a little thing. Alright, I got my pocket here. Pulled up 5 yards and hit that little emblem. That shot high. Really high again. Kept it all grouped high for me. It's been a while since I shot this gun. That's odd. Normally they shoot really, really low. Really low. I didn't think them shoot about here. About 4 yards. Two. Put it in the pocket here. Same hole. But it shoots well instinctively. Got one left, I'll go for the headshot. I'll pull it out of my pocket again. I can tell which hole it is because it's a little jagged. Having a good day today. This is fun. 4 yards or so instinctive shots are here. And then you see my headshot because it looks different than my other ones. It's jagged and not as clean through as that 357 through them. That's fun. Did I dare shoot at 35 yards knowing how these shoot at that metal tank? Well, let's try it. Inspecting my gun again with the chambers clear and the cylinder open. So this is 35 yards and they were printing kind of high for me, so I'm going to use the sights. I'm going to aim right on it and see where it lands. Can't see. Oh, I hit it. Yep, the other ones were kind of hitting high. I got myself a paint can up there. Top of the target. I'm going to go back about 6 yards. I'm going to pull off an instinctive shot with this gun. See if I can hit it without hitting the paper. Out of the pocket. There it goes. Alright, I'll do the 357. Semi-wide cutter, see if I can do that. I'll use a little sight on this. That's a good gun. All these bullets do have a wax ring on them, all the way around them, but splattered against this target here. Just pieces of wax. Huh. That's funny. Anyways, I've done enough practice today. I probably went through 100 and, well, yeah, over 100 rounds of ammo. It was fun. Anyways, thanks for watching.